Well, Facebook is selling more access to its members, and we got Jeff Fowler, who wrote about this in the Wall Street Journal, joining us now from San Francisco. Jeff, thanks for being there. This strikes me as my data being sold again. Maybe that's a part of the story. Tell us what's going on here.
Well, it's advertising week in New York, and Facebook is in town in Madison Avenue talking to all those big advertisers and is trying to sell them on what makes their ads effective. And it turns out over the last couple of weeks and months, Facebook has slowly been rolling out more products just to the ad industry that make use of Facebook's biggest asset, and that is its data about 900 million people. Now, Facebook has to walk a very careful line on this. Marketers want more access to data, more access to all of us, Facebook's users, but at the same time, Facebook has made a lot of commitments, both to users and to regulators, about keeping that data private. So Facebook has sort of, in many ways, had to bend over backwards now to try to do things, even to catch up that other websites have been doing for a long time, in terms of allowing marketers to have, in some cases, pretty direct access to you or me.
Now, explain, in your story, you explain the difference between what Google does with sort of search patterns and what people buy and what Facebook might do. Explain how that works.
Sure. One of the things that makes Facebook different from other internet properties, and frankly so valuable in the minds of some investors, is that it knows who we really are. It has your real name, and it associates your real name and your real email address and probably phone number with a lot of other probably honest information about you, the things you like, where you live, where you work. And that information is all really valuable to marketers. Other sites like Google or others have to kind of build profiles of who they think you are based on what you search for and where you look on the internet. So Facebook knows that it has this really valuable information, but to sell advertisers on it, it has to take some very careful steps to prevent the advertisers directly from having access to that personal information.
Now, you say in this story that based on tests which Facebook has run on the ad campaigns, in 70% of cases, you get 3-for-1 return on your ad spending. That is quite phenomenal.
Yeah, so one of the things that Facebook has been doing with that data about all of us is it's teaming up with a third-party marketing firm called Datalogix. And it's working with Datalogix to say, okay, what happens when a Facebook user sees an ad for a product? Do they actually go into the store and buy more often? And to figure that out, they're marrying up two pretty amazing sets of data. One is all the data that Facebook has about all of us, and another is this data collected by Datalogix from retailers across the US about what we actually buy. So when you're in a store and maybe you use a loyalty card for a discount, that data about what you're buying is probably going to Datalogix. And kind of behind the scenes, using all sorts of double-blind systems that they say protects our personal information, Facebook is looking to see if seeing an ad on Facebook, say for a shampoo, makes us actually go to a store and buy that shampoo. And that's the stat that you showed us, that they say that they are more effective. So that's one example of how Facebook is using this data about us to try to sell to marketers.
Jeff, whenever I read stuff about privacy, particularly from Julia Angwin, but also from the broader tech team, I get scared into not wanting to use Facebook again. Do you think there'll be other people who will just want to withdraw because that data thing? We got about 20 seconds.
That's the big question for Facebook. Is any of this stuff creepy enough that it's going to cause Facebook users to give up? Facebook says no, because people click on the ads, even now that they're hyper-targeted down to your individual email address, and that proves that people like them.
Okay. Well, I guess if people keep using it, then they keep using it, don't they? Great story, as always. Jeff Fowler of the Wall Street Journal out in San Francisco. You will want to check out that story on WSJ.com.